Hey guys, Sean here and welcome to the F1 Word. Now, at the start of Sunday's Hungarian Grand Prix, replay showed that Valtteri Bottas appeared to jump the race start with his car moving before the lights went out. However, despite one team raising the question to the race stewards, the incident was never formally investigated and therefore Bottas did not receive any penalty for his start. That obviously caused controversy, with many questioning during and after the race why what looked to be an obvious jump start went unpenalised. And the short answer to that is that Bottas did not break any rules, and the lack of action by the stewards was consistent with previous similar incidents. The FIA sporting regulations state that any penalties will be imposed on any driver who is judged to have A. moved before the start signal is given, such judgment being made by an FIA approved and supplied transponder fitted to each car, or B. positioned his car on the starting grid in such a way that the transponder is unable to detect the moment at which the car first moved from its grid position after the start signal is given. Of course, Bottas did move before the lights went out, and so on the face of it you could argue that he did break the rules. But this all comes down to sensors that transponder mentioned in the regulations and a tolerance within that. Race director Michael Massey pointed to that regulation and explained that the transponder fitted to the cars and the sensors in the track are used to judge jump starts, and essentially, if a driver moves within the allowed tolerance, they will not face a penalty. Massey did confirm though that the stewards did speak to the timekeepers and asked them to review the data, but following that review, it was determined that no further action or investigation was necessary. He also added that this is the same system that has been used for a number of years in Formula 1. And if we look back to the Japanese Grand Prix last year, his statement is backed up. On the grid at Suzuka, Sebastian Vettel moved too early before the lights went out, but stopped immediately before moving again once the lights did finally go out. The German was not handed a penalty for that movement, and the steward's decision at the time read, "The stewards reviewed video evidence and the jump start reports based on the information from the transponder fitted to each car. Whilst the video shows some movement, that movement was within the acceptable tolerance of the F1 jump start system." What I will say very quickly though is that although the two incidents are very similar, Sebastian Vettel came to a complete stop in Japan last year, whereas Bottas, at least from the videos I've been watching, didn't appear to come to a complete stop on Sunday. But again, it appears to have fallen within those tolerances. What those tolerances are, it's likely only the FIA will know, but they are acknowledging that Bottas did move before the lights went out, but ultimately the data shows he did so within the rules. Therefore, as the race stewards can only follow what the regulations say, they couldn't penalise Bottas even if every single piece of video evidence shows him clearly moving too early. Now, I had my say on this during the race reaction livestream, but I'm going to open it up to you guys in the comments. Do you believe it is right or even essential to have some sort of tolerance when it comes to jump starts? Or do you perhaps think that any movement before the lights go out should automatically equal a penalty? You can, as ever, let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. So that was the explanation from the FIA as to why they took no action on Bottas' start, but I think it's worth quickly going over the decisions regarding the Alex Albon and Haas investigations that took place after the race. First up, Albon's 5th place was under threat after Red Bull were accused of artificially drying the track around his grid slot prior to the race. However, after looking through all of the available video evidence, the stewards decided that the team did not attempt to alter the grip of the track surface, and so took no further action. Therefore, Albon obviously keeps his 5th place finish. As for the Haas drivers though, they were both penalised for having broken the rules regarding driver aids. Now that's not some kind of clever traction control system or anything like that. Instead, the team were found to have given instructions to their drivers asking them to pit for slicks at the end of the formation lap. That is an instruction that is strictly forbidden in the regulations. Specifically, the part that states the driver must drive the car alone and unaided. As a result, both drivers received 10-second penalties and dropped 1 place each, with Magnussen still getting a point for P10. To clarify this, the driver is absolutely allowed to pit for a change of tyres at the end of the formation lap, but they must come to that decision themselves. So, as an example, the driver can say something like, "The track is dry enough for slicks, I want to pit at the end of this lap," but the team cannot give any advice on that, or instruct the driver to box for slicks before the race officially starts. The only advice, information or instruction the team can give to the driver is on things such as safety. And just super quickly, Renault have once again protested Racing Point for the same reason they did after the Styrian Grand Prix, something which is pretty much a formality and something we will see until the investigation is concluded and a decision has been reached, which is expected to be in the coming weeks. That is it for this short video though. I will be back with more content later this week, including that 100k livestream special. In the meantime though, don't forget that you can of course follow me over on social media, and all of the links you need for that are in the description down below. But as ever, thank you for watching, and hopefully I will catch you again in the next one. Bye bye.